interim injunction means that it won't be permanent. They're just holding off the signing until certain procedures occur. An injunction application can be ex parte or with notice. Ex parte means without giving notice to the other party. In this case, we've given notice to the Cane Farmers Association Committee of Management, so they know, they're very well aware that an injunction has been filed. We've sent them a copy electronically. We're going to deliver them their hard copy as soon as the court sets the date. We've asked the court to give them 3 days notice to come and respond to this application. Why are we doing that? Because we don't want them to go ahead and sign, having notice of an application, and then acting in bad faith. Now that they know there's an application that they must respond to at the court, if they proceed and apply, it will only work against them. I mean, if they proceed and sign, it will only work against them. Because in the application, it outlines clearly the basis why the application is being made, and what are the procedures that Mr. Lucilio Tech is asking for them to follow. And they must comply, because Mr. Lucilio Tech is basing his application strictly on provisions of the Sugar Industry Act, the bylaws of the association, and the standing orders. And so he has a good basis, but we want the court to decide. And so the application has been made. Mr. Lucilio Tech insisted that that's the way he wants to go. And I'm sure after due consultation with many people, that's where he's going. I only oblige in preparing the application.
No, because this is only at an application stage. If the association goes ahead and signs, you said it would be acting in bad faith. Legally speaking, would the court be able to overthrow any agreement signed between the BSCFA and BSI-ASR?
Well, the way we've put in the application, yes, because we say that if they proceed and sign, that we want the court declared that application or that agreement null and void and therefore quashed. We preempt that if they proceed, that we are also making an application to have it quashed. And there would be basis as outlined in our application. There are certain procedures that needed to be followed. Key to it is the fact that there is still a valid resolution passed July 20th of 2013 by Mr. Tech himself. No resolution has been passed since to defeat that. So there's no voting, nothing that can go on. It has to be a resolution to defeat that, to proceed to another level. In that resolution that he had put forward in 2013, he's basically saying that they were not to proceed when agreeing with anything until the government, ASR and BSI, acknowledge and recognize that the ownership of the cane and its product belongs to the cane farmers. The agreement now that they want to sign, that the Committee of Management and the Chairman and the Secretary wants to sign, goes contrary to that resolution, and they're going to sign an agreement based on a motion, which is just a voting to discuss something, rather than a resolution, which is a legally binding instrument, which under their legislation and under their bylaws, the committee can only act on a resolution.